Everybody, how's it going? Just want to give you a special tour today of my mom's daily driver. This is her 2005 Subaru Forester X model, which she bought brand new back in 2005 with my dad. And when it comes to cars, I have to say, I've been wanting to get this car up on the channel for a long time because this is probably one of the nicest Subaru Foresters I've ever seen at this age. This car is in pretty much brand new condition. They've kept it up very, very well over the years they've had it. And I just don't see too many of these out on the road that look this good anymore. I mean, most have a few scratches and dents here and there, which is typical of a car this age, but this car is in pretty much brand new shape. Now, starting off the tour here in the back, you'll notice it does have this very nice tan color to the interior of it. And it's also got this nice floor mat in the back, which is great for your cargo, be it your groceries, plants, things like that. I also love this cargo cover as well, which is nice to have. These things do tend to wear out after a while. The springs go bad, but in this car, hasn't been a problem at all. Now, below the tailgate in the back, you'll notice it does have this nice dealership add-on, which is the premium exhaust. Doesn't do anything, does just looks good, I guess, but it's nice to have on the car nonetheless. Now, here on the side, you'll notice it does have maybe a small little ding where a door hit the side. Really not a big deal. You can't even really see it. So really not a big deal at all. And if that's the only issue on the car, we're doing pretty well here so far. Now, a quick comment on the paint color of this car. I have to say, I love the glossy black finish. I also love that it has some very nice sparkle to it as well. You can really only see that when the sun's shining on it, like today when you see it up close. But when it comes to actually looking at the car, at night, you can't even see that on the car. So it's kind of a nice treat when the sun's shining on it. And as far as the paint quality goes, the paint on my 2006 Honda Accord is starting to show its age by now, but on this car, this looks absolutely fantastic. And my family does tend to wash and wax their cars pretty frequently, so the paint's been kept up really, really nice in this car. It's been really no issue at all. Now, inside the car, you'll notice it does have these nice rubberized floor mats in the car, which are really, really nice to have. They're in great shape. The floor mats in my dad's vehicle, his Toyota Tacoma, which are rubberized as well, are starting to wear out quite a bit. They have holes where he has his foot when he drives, but on this car, it's been no issue at all. They're in really, really good shape and really, really heavy duty as well here. And we do have the actual carpeted mats for it as well, but they're actually still in the packaging in the garage. So no use for those when these floor mats are working out just fantastic the way they are. Now, inside the car, the actual black molding on top is a rubberized material, which feels nice to the touch, but the actual tan plastic is more of a hard touch material. And the seats are really, really high quality as well. So my mom put these seat covers over the seats a long time ago, and the seats are pretty much in brand new condition underneath. I think Subaru uses really high quality materials in the seats, so it really wouldn't be a big deal not to have these covers on, but it really does make a difference as far as keeping stains off the seats. Probably a good idea. Now, you'll notice the car does have about 93,000 miles on it so far. And I can say it has not had any issues so far with any head gasket problem. And that is something that is typical in a car like this with a Boxster engine. But on this car, that is yet to be an issue. I assume we'll have to do that at some point, but so far, so good. Now, here in the back of the car where no one really sits, you can see it does have the 60/40 split in the seat, which is nice to have for cargo. But in general, it looks really, really good back here. No one really sits back here. But it does have the floor mats that follow through. So if someone does come with you, if you're going somewhere, it's nice to have that as an option to keep the carpeting in the back in really high quality condition. Now, here's what I was talking about, the glossy finish on the front of the car. It looks absolutely fantastic. The little speckles in the paint, it looks really, really good. I have to say, this is some of the best paint I've seen on some of the more modern cars. No clear coat issues at all. So it's really fantastic to see that. Now, this car does come with the automatic transmission, and the manual was an option at the time. My mom does not drive manual, so it's nice to have automatic for her. I guess I would consider myself somewhat of a manual snob, so it's not my preference per se, but this car does feel very nice to drive. The transmission is not slushy at all, so it's definitely one of the better automatic transmissions out there. I have to say, it's actually very enjoyable to drive this car. No issues at all. Now, under the hood, you have your 2.5-liter Subaru Boxer engine. And this engine, like I said, has been absolutely fantastic, very reliable, no issues with the head gasket yet so far, and no oil burning or anything like that. It's been a very, very solid engine, very, very powerful as well with all-wheel drive. And in the snow, this car has been absolutely fantastic. This is the car to take if you're going somewhere because it can pretty much get you anywhere you need to go, no problems at all. And I know the interior probably is a little bit dated by now for most people's standards, but I think it's very classic, very timeless. And everything works fantastic. Air conditioning, no issues at all. The radio is very simplistic, but works fantastic. So it's exactly what you'd want in a car that you just want to have just absolutely no issues with. And there's another shot right there of the seats without the covers on it. Still in pretty much mint condition right there. It's even got the original booklets for it. This is actually the quick start guide for all the features inside the car. And it's fun to look through this stuff and see what was actually offered at the time. They did have a few dealership accessories you could have gotten for the car, like the mat in the back, which I mentioned earlier. So really, really nice to see on a car like this. Definitely one of the better Subaru models that they made, I think, over the years. I love the station wagon look to it. I think it's just a timeless design that really never gets old. And I just really appreciate having this car in the family. Hopefully, I'll keep it going for many years to come. So thanks for being a part of the video today. I appreciate your time, and leave a like below if you liked it. Have a good day.